Hey guys, the Firebird is here. It's just me. My brother couldn't be here today because he said Transformers Prime is cringe, so we executed him. Well, but you know, just so you know, legally, I'm not allowed to say that that actually happened. Like, this is a joke. Wink, wink, you know? Are we on the clear? We can't get sued anymore? Good, that's good. Anyways, these are the jokes. Hopefully you guys enjoy them. So, we have some Rise of the Beast news. And this is my third time recording this video because I don't know what happened to my OBS. It didn't record the last two times we did it, so the third time's the charm, I guess. So, we got this Rise of the Beast standee that was found on a wild beta out there. And it showcased all of our Maximal cast and all of our Autobot cast. We have Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Mirage, RC, Optimus Primal, Rhinox, Cheetor, and Air Racer. Now, what's very interesting about this is that this is probably our most up-to-date control art of any kind we ever gotten. For example, here, if you take a comparison of RC over here in comparison to her Studio Series controller, you can see that this RC is more faithful to the one we see in the movie. This is probably because the Studio Series 1 is operating with old, concept art of RC that was, created a long time ago. So meaning that all the characters we see here are exactly the way they're gonna look like in the movie. And also, I just want to throw a little comment in there because I saw some people freak out a little, but people are afraid that RC is not gonna have any feet in like the movie. And I think the reason why people are afraid is because they don't want to repeat Revenge of the Fallen RC where, she had a wheel for legs and, she died quickly and overall people didn't like the design. I honestly like the RC systems from Revenge of the Fallen. I really like the design, but I just don't like the fact that those designs went for those characters. So for all of you weirdos who have a thing for feet out there, don't worry, RC will have feet in the movie. In fact, you can see her clearly having feet here and here. Okay? Don't worry, she is gonna have feet, stop panicking. But besides that, all the characters here are pretty one-to-one with the movie. Mirage looks one-to-one with the movie, so does P. Optimus Prime ironically looks better here than in the movie itself because they're not showing his ugly mouth. The other Maximals look pretty cool, not much has changed about them. But we do get a closer look at Optimus Primal and his many battle scars that he has. We do know that he's supposed to be kind of like the old veteran of the movie. He's gonna be mentoring Optimus Prime quite a bit throughout the movie. He lost many friends, was in many battles, so it's good to see some of his previous battle history in there. We also see Rhinox, and it looks like he's gonna have a slightly new design in comparison to the last time we saw him in the trailer. I know not much looks like it changed, in all honesty, but I can see it, okay? Like, it looks like he has more of a rocky texture to him now, which makes him stand out a bit more and makes him look really cool. Cheetor also looks a whole lot more yellow here than in the actual trailer. I know this has confused some people because some people are saying that in the movie Cheetor is orange and not yellow because the Studio Series toy depicts him as looking very orange. Towards the end of the trailer we see him kinda orangey, but that's because, the final fight takes place in a volcano, so because of the orangey overlay Cheetor sort of looks like that. But I love the controller does depict him as yellow and it looks like his final design for the movie, which if my theory is correct and these are the most updated designs to match the movie or the final versions of these guys that will appear in the movie, then my guess is that next time we see Cheetor in, like, let's say trailer 2, he's gonna be a whole lot more yellow than we previously thought. Like, they probably listened to our feedback and made the Maximals slightly more colorful. I actually see a bit more green in Rhinox, I actually see more yellow on Cheetor, and I see a bit more light brown on Air Racer. And speaking of Air Racer, something interesting I'm gonna notice that she has yellow eyes. And now the reason why that's interesting is because a while back when I did my coverage of the extended footage for the first trailer, I made a comment that I think the reason why Optimus Prime and Air Racer are quote-unquote fighting is because Air Racer is possessed. Just like in the last night where Optimus got purple eyes when he was possessed, I think Air Racer might get yellow eyes when she gets possessed by the Terracons. Which, causes her to turn evil for a bit and, fight against her Maximal companions and of course the Autobots. But it looks like yellow might actually be her default eye color, which it's kinda weird because all the Autobots share an eye color and all the Maximals minus Air Racer share an eye color. So the fact that she's the standout, it's kinda weird. It's not bad, I'm just saying it's a bit odd, But now for the elephant in the room. Someone is clearly missing here. And that is, you guessed it, our boy, Pablo. But now when we first got the mainline toy showing us, Pablo's, look for the movie, people were enraged. People were not happy, I was one of them. It's too big of a departure to go from this to this in the span of one movie. And he didn't even look cool. Like, Ironhide at least looked cool. Wheeljack looked like the nerd emoji face in the worst way possible. And ever since then, Wheeljack has been suspiciously missing from the marketing. The last time we saw anything of Wheeljack will be like the little diecast toy that got leaked a while back, in which, you know, we got to see Wheeljack CGI look for the movie, but it was very blurry. Ever since then, people have demanded for Wheeljack's design to be changed. You know, honestly, they don't need to change much. I think his vehicle's fine, and even his body's fine-ish. The only thing they need to realistically change is the head to make it look more like it did in the beat. So, well, it looks like for those of you who hated Pablo might get your wish granted. Because something that you guys need to know is that Stephen Capu Jr. watches our videos. Well, I don't know if he watches my videos specifically or he watches specifically, but I know that Stephen keeps track of like what the fan base says, what they're thinking, the leaks and stuff like that. He pretty much commented on it. Like, he made it very clear he does know. And on Instagram a while back he even went on and said, we're looking for feedback. Thank you all for the feedback. So the fact that he's listening makes me think that, you know, he had to have caught wind of like the controversy surrounding Wheeljack's design. So maybe he got wind of it and now he's changing it, which is why we haven't seen anything for Wheeljack at all yet. So while they're still working on it on the background, you know, the marketing for Wheeljack has kind of, you know, slowed down. I also want to mention that it's also completely possible that there wasn't enough space in the standees, so they just omitted him for the sake of space. That's also a possibility because Wheeljack doesn't seem to be the type of character that's gonna get a lot of like relevancy or, you know, importance in the movie, while everyone else here will. Which, if that's the case, that's very sad, because everyone is here minus Stratosphere and Wheeljack. Which I kind of feel bad for the two of them, since that kind of reminds me of those kids who will never get picked by teams when playing dodgeball at gym class. It's kind of sad, to be honest. But yeah, while I still can't say with 100% certainty that Wheeljack's design will in fact be changed for this movie, I can at least tell you that there's a chance that it might happen, that for those of you who complain, for those of you who made your voice heard, it looks like Wheeljack will actually have his design changed. Only time will tell if this is true or not. But the news don't end there. Last video talked about us getting 2 statues for ROTB's characters. We didn't exactly know who we were gonna get back then. I said that we're either gonna get Optimus Prime and Bumblebee or Optimus Prime and Optimus Primal. And lo and behold, my prediction was right. We got Optimus Prime and Optimus Primal. Some people were saying we might get RC, or this was gonna be their way of revealing Wheeljack. Maybe some other character we haven't seen yet. No, I made it very clear it's gonna be either or. And looks like I was right again. Cue the music! So yeah, these two guys can be found just outside the SXSW 2023 event. And in case you guys don't know what that is, it's basically an event for tech companies, entertainment companies, and many of the like to just come together and basically showcase their stuff to the public and to other people. In fact, the event is happening today and it's gonna be a ROTB's panel around 3:30 PM to 4:30 PM CT. This event is sponsored by Porsche, and the panel will feature Lorenzo Di Bonaventura, the producer of the movie, everyone's freaking favorite producer, director Stephen Capu Jr., the director of the movie, and of course, Anthony Ramos and Dominic Fishback, the humans of the movie. Now, considering that this is a Porsche sponsor event, I don't think we're gonna get anything too big. If anything, they're probably gonna talk about the Porsche brand and the Porsche vehicle, maybe give us some small info on Mirage. They're probably gonna talk about diversity and stuff, the process of making the movie, their cars and stuff like that. You know, stuff that we kind of don't really care about. We kind of just want to know more about the robots, the action scenes, and the plot. Considering that last time Porsche sponsored something, we didn't exactly get anything too new. I think history will repeat itself this time around. We're probably not gonna get anything that's too revealing or relevant. If we do get something, you bet I'm gonna cover it later in the day. I might even stream it, because every Friday I stream around 6 PM Eastern Standard Time. That's usually the time in which I do it. So if you guys want to catch me on a live stream and donate some money to me, set your alarm clocks, folks. But in all honesty, I really wouldn't expect much from this event. Now, as if that wasn't enough, remember the NFL game we got a while back where we got, you know, the little animation for Optimus Prime and Optimus Primal? Well, we have one for Mirage now. All we have is this GIF that was found on Instagram, right next to the Optimus Primal and Optimus Prime one, and it features Mirage. It's just an extended scene of the shot in the trailer where Mirage transforms and starts talking to Noah. And if you play this side by side with, you know, the movie, you can see that this basically goes over, you know, the full conversation, or at least most of it, that Mirage and Noah are gonna have in the movie. This is honestly pretty cool, and I really do like how Mirage looks here. I made my comment in the trailer that Mirage looked too skinny and weird, and he looked more like a robotic human instead of a transformer with car parts. In here, you can appreciate the Transformer side a whole lot more. He looks a whole lot better. The camera angle here is a whole lot better. And going back to camera angles and stuff like that, I still think that my biggest problem with ROTB so far, and the biggest thing that's holding it back, is the cinematography. Because I think when it comes to the CGI, the designs themselves, the plot and stuff like that, I think that's fine enough, you know. You may have your nitpicks about that, but I think for the most part, all of that is just okay at worst. But the thing that has been holding ROTB back by a lot is the cinematography. The cinematography is very weird and like kind of amateurish, I would say. Not all of it is bad. There are some good shots, like Optimus Prime, you know, pointing out his weapon. Most of the final battles are also pretty good. But for every good shot, we get some very awkward shots, like Optimus Prime just awkwardly standing in the center and pulling his gun back. This is like the standout bad cinematographic shot of ROTB so far, and it's the prime example that I used to talk about the subject. While Michael-based movies were far from perfect and they were in all honesty not that good, even the most boring in those scenes has some very good cinematography, showcasing the humans or even showcasing the robots themselves. Megatron's negotiation, for as pointless of a scene as that was, has some very good shots. Seriously, go look at that scene again. But that's not enough, guys, because literally as I'm recording this, we have even more news. So the Twitter account is the Transformers ROTB official trailer out yet, has posted a little tweet right now, which is actually very revealing. It looks like Wheeljack has been cut. Studio Series Wheeljack has been cut from Studio Series Wave 2 and has been replaced with an Air Racer repack. Seems like he will be pushed to a later wave. Something is definitely fishy. So remember earlier how I was saying that I think they're changing Wheeljack's, CGI model for the movie? Well, Studio Series is known for, movie actors. Even if like the current ROTB, characters we have for Studio Series are a bit off from the movie, they still look for the most part very similar to their movie counterparts. But it is very suspect that out of all the characters, Wheeljack was the one who got pushed back for Studio Series. He's not going to appear in Wave 2 anymore. He might appear in Wave 3 or maybe even later down the line. And I don't think it's just a coincidence that it just so happens to match the fact that Wheeljack has been absent from the marketing and has been absent from the little, theater standee right here. I think there's more to this than meets the eye. They didn't even replace Wheeljack with a new character like a Studio Series Nightbird, a Studio Series Mirage, or any other character that's not part of Wave 1. They replaced him with a Wave 1 character, a repackaging of a Wave 1 character. Meaning that this was probably a last minute decision or something that kinda came a bit abruptly. I think that the reason why they did this is because they're really changing Wheeljack's design right now. When the fans complained about Pablo, I'm sure Steven caught word of it and that he contacted Hasbro and maybe got them to change the design. Now again, like I'm saying, Wheeljack doesn't have to change that much. All you need to do really is just change the head. You can change some more things here and there, but we don't have the full royal mode to judge exactly. People's biggest problem was the head. Change that and I think people for the most part will be okay with it. Alright guys, so apparently the news don't stop. We have more stuff. So we have posters for ROTB which were just released as the point I'm making this video. So we have ROTB Optimus Prime, a poster for him, no tagline, no nothing, just him, with New York as the background. That's cool. We got Mirage, which, New York in the background. That's cool. Probably our best look at Mirage, like the closest look we have to him. And in here he looks cool. Like here with the shading, the lighting of the poster. Like he doesn't look much like a marionette, like a puppet, like I said when I covered the trailer all that a while back. He looks pretty cool. And then our final poster is Optimus Primal. Really like the coloring here. The lighting makes him look really cool. Again, these just came out out of nowhere. Like this was completely random. Really, what's up with today? Why are we getting all this stuff today? These are really cool. I wish I could comment more on them. I mean, they're just cool. We got them. It looks like finally the marketing is starting to pick up after literally me at the beginning of the video complaining that we haven't gotten much. It's like Hasbro's just spying on me. It's like this is a funny prank to pull into Firebirds or something. But yeah, we got the posters, and in a few hours we're gonna get like the little Porsche event. Remember, don't expect much from it. I don't think we'll get much from it, but I'll let you guys know if you do end up getting something. But yeah, guys, it looks like ROTB is really picking up on the news after a couple of weeks of silence. But for now, things are moving rapidly, and if we do get anything new, I'll be sure to report on it as soon as possible. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts on all this. Do you think they're changing Wheeljack's design for ROTBs? Do you think we'll get anything new today for the little event that Porsche is hosting? And if they do change Wheeljack's design, would you be happy or upset? Because I know there's a lot of people out there who genuinely like this Wheeljack, and if you do, that's completely fine. Personally, me and a lot of other people don't, but if you do, that's completely fine. And if they do end up changing him, then I'm sorry. I guess that's the best thing I can say. So yeah, as always, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that annoying YouTuber stuff that the algorithm likes. And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, guys. Anyways, guys, before we go, shout out to our incredible Patreons: Xavier the God, Stitch Productions, Scrub Lordo, Allspark Studio, Epic Nin, Lord Racer, Transformers Gears and Brawn, Optination Review, Joshua, James Newbold, Predator King Hunter Plays, Omega Trial 2006, Namek High, The Diamond Curse Productions, DJ Universe, and the newcomers Tristan Curry, Ben's Prince, and Super Sailor Former's Hedgehog. I need some air. And also Stellar, who just became my newest patron. And future Hugo Hulk member Cuber9 Gaming. What's up with everyone donating to the Patreon all of a sudden? And an even bigger shout out to our even bigger patrons, Jordan the Great and XNor23, who donated a amount of money. If you guys want to shout out yourselves, all you gotta do is donate to my Patreon. If you donate to my Patreon, you get quite a few rewards. You get to collab with me in some of my videos, you can request some artwork from me, you get special access to some of my videos early, you get a glimpse of some of the stuff I'm currently working on behind the scenes, suggest your own videos, new episodes on series I'm making on, and a bunch of other cool stuff that I haven't revealed to the public yet. But keep in mind that all of this is completely optional because freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Thank you to my patrons for donating, it's much appreciated. Make sure to go check out their channels, they're gonna be listed in the description down below. A lot of them make some really cool content. And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, guys.